There were a lot of things that never made sense in the Mormon Church, and polygamy was the first of those. Polygamy was practiced in the early days of the church and continued until the U.S. government told the Mormons that they needed to stop. And even then, they continued to practice in secret in little compounds in Mexico and Canada because they felt like they had the right to multiple women. And even though the practice of polygamy has been discontinued, the belief is still that in heaven, men will be able to take on multiple wives. It never made sense to me. I was a second wife to both of my ex-husbands, and I could never wrap my head around how I was going to just be at peace with having these ex-wives as my sister wives. Another thing that never made sense to me was blacks in the priesthood. Black men did not get the priesthood or power and authority from God until 1978, the year I was born. The church was formed in 1830, and it took God that long to decide that blacks were worthy of the priesthood. The civil rights movement happened in the 50s and 60s, and it wasn't until almost 1980 that the church was woke enough to allow blacks to have the priesthood. It also never made sense to me why I was asked to have a relationship with Jesus, but I wasn't allowed to pray to him. And I was supposed to be really close to him, but I wasn't allowed to communicate with him. I had to communicate with God in the name of Jesus. I never knew Jesus and felt really guilty about it. Baby blessings never made sense. In the Mormon Church, when a baby is born, it's taken into church meeting where a bunch of men, not the mother, but a bunch of men will hold this baby in a circle, and the father will give this baby a name and a blessing. This baby will grow up to be healthy and strong. How is it that all of the other infants that are not blessed with this priesthood power grow up healthy and strong? And blessing the food that it may nourish and strengthen our bodies, we would pray over our donuts and our sugar that would bless and strengthen us. Those are just a few that I can think of. What are some of the other things that you say never made sense in the Mormon Church?